G'day and howdy everyone, Lost Side Lover here with my first ever attempt at a time-lapse / tutorial type video thing. Please excuse my voice. I've actually been fighting a cough for nearly a month now. Alright. To start off, I wanted to show my setup and just, again, apologise for the video quality. As you can see, it's very MacGyver-ish. This, again, first ever attempt at recording traditional, first ever attempt at creating a video, actually editing a video and everything. So if everything's just a little weird, I'm really sorry. I'll remake it when I learn the ropes a bit better. Right, so first off, step one before doing any comic, well, the first step for me personally when doing this was that I had a Word document, it's up on Google Docs, and I just dot pointed my ideas, brainstorming, anytime I had a thought, what I want to have happen, in particular what I want to happen immediately, because hopefully if this comic goes to plan, the audience will have a bit more of a say in what's going to happen as well. So I don't want to get too far ahead, but I've got my ideas down. After that is to convert those dot points into thumbnails as a guide for myself. As you can see, my thumbnails are terribly messy. It's just getting the ideas out there, but with each chapter I'm improving my system of how I'm doing them. So hopefully I'll have a good system and setup in place before long. Sometimes I don't even know what I've written, so I really need to come up with a better idea to do it. But then we are using the thumbs as a guide, and we're going to sketch the comic page. I actually did this in a bit of a backwards order, so the sketch we're starting off with is actually page 6 of chapter 2. I work small from habit, but you can do any of this with any size piece of paper or anything you like. This is again a first for me. It's my first ever attempt at doing a proper drawn out proper comic, so a lot of my methods and everything are still works in progress, and I'm still working out the best way to go about doing things. Once it's all sketched out, we'll move on to the lineup. Currently I'm using a BIC Intensity Fine pen for the panel borders, and then an Artline drawing system 0.1 tip pen for everything else. I actually, with the Artline pens, have a bunch of other sizes like 0.3, 0.5, 0.4, but the 0.1 is just my go-to because I can, again, because I'm working small, I can get those finer details in. I forgot to mention this before, but it's actually a really good idea to sketch in other colours. For me personally, it's because I don't like to risk my original page that I've drawn on. So what I'll do, it's just to, you know, make sure I don't make any stuff-ups or anything, or if I do, I have a step to go back to. It's, call it my save point. So that once I've done the line art and I have the pale colour sketch behind, I can just photocopy that page with a black and white setting, and the photocopier will erase all the coloured sketch for me. So then I can just work on a nice, neat, clean, black and white, line arted, clean page. Next up, grab my photocopied page and then colour. At the moment, the only colour pencils I've been using are the Faber-Castell ones. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to match the colours to be close enough to the game in this case. If it was a more original work, I could play around a bit, but I want to make these match as best as I can to the backgrounds in the game. But sometimes you can't get it perfect. You have to just get it as close as possible, and when I get that, I'll actually write it down onto a key to remind myself. This way, same or similar things and people will always be consistent in colour. Some people may have noticed, because I made a comment about it on Webtoon, where the first introduction to the forest in chapter 1 had one set of dark, cooler colours. The following page didn't, because I had completely forgotten what colours I had used. So that's why the key system is a great thing to keep in place. And that's it. So that's how I have been doing my Evertale pages, for all those who are curious in the comment sections and everything. Any questions at all, feel free to send them to me. Honestly happy, whichever way you're most comfortable in getting in contact with me, and I'll try and make sure that I keep an eye on everything. I have Lost I Lover Twitter, Lost I Lover Facebook, Lost I Lover Instagram, Webtoon, DeviantArt, YouTube obviously, because this is where this is right now. Just whatever you're most comfortable with, send me your questions. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly and as coherently as possible. Thanks so much for putting up with my voice, and I hope you have a lovely day, night, week, whatever it is for you. No,